Our speaker has got a great name. His name is Jim, and it's not me though. Mr. Suth, Mr. Jim Suth, has done some performances for us before. Some very enlightening, some very emotional, and some are just hella funny. I think we're going on the funny side today, aren't we, Jim? All right. So let's hear it for the awesome Jim Suth.
Take it off! Take it off!
You gonna turn that on for me? Awesome. Thank you, darling. How's everybody doing? All right? I'm in a good mood today. This is gonna be casual, if that's all right. And I wanted to talk about something I've seen in some folks. And the title I gave, it was funny. Jen said, "Hey, I'm going to promote you. You're going to speak. Give me the title for your presentation." And the title I made up on the spot was "Why You Are the Best." Why you are the best. And that's because I'm meeting a lot of people that I don't know why they have a problem with them. I'm finding that people's biggest problem is with them. I find that a lot of people are talking themselves out of things they know they can do. I meet people who have what I call trophy status, which means you've done some amazing things, but you've totally forgotten it. And you're talking about it like it could never happen again. And there's no possibility. I'm surprised at the self-talk that people give themselves. And I was talking about kind of self-confidence, self-esteem. What is that? When you feel really good about you, it changes your perspective, doesn't it? And how you present to people, how you say things. It's well, for instance, this listing here. Did you read the story? Page 2. Our home is badass. You really should buy it. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Look what we painted in this room. I mean, self-confidence. We're going to put together a small book, and we're going to give it to our realtor, Shelley. You're going to go publish this because it could end up at Barnes & Noble. It's the best home about a book ever written. Why do we get in our own way? What's that about? I was trying to figure out what it is that stops you from trying things, that self-esteem thing, that self-talk. In fact, I was even thinking, and last night this made a lot of sense to me. I don't know if it's going to work today, but I'm going to do it. My daughter said, "Don't. It's not going to work." But I'm going to do it. I'm going to prove her wrong. Figure out that 24 hours in a day, right? And roughly 8 hours you're sleeping, right? You hope to get 8. That would be great, right? And then the other time, the other 16 hours, you're basically spending arguing with yourself. It's like a 50-50 proposition if you're going to make it. So I did the math and I figured if you spend a third of the time second-guessing yourself, you never get to first place. Okay, she's right. It didn't work. Okay. I thought it would be better. Aaron, you were right. All right, try it again. If you spend a third of your time second-guessing yourself, you're not going to end up in first place. Okay, a little early. So I didn't want you to just hear me talk about this. Like, Jim, where are you getting this? You're making stuff up. We know that you pull stuff out of your back pocket. It's front pocket today. I did some homework, and I realized the problem sometimes, and they kind of did a study on self-esteem. And I checked out this article. This is by Heidi Grant Hasvorison, PhD. She's a doctor. And she said, you know, if you go online, check out Amazon, and you look out self-help books, just self-help, you'll find like 5,000 titles. So many ideas of people trying to help you help yourself. And they said it's not really about self-esteem, it's something else. And they called it self-compassion. Self-compassion. I wanted to introduce that idea to you today. Because for some of you, self-esteem is this idea, well, if I just work hard, isn't it if I just nose to the grindstone, If I just do it over and over, I mean, I think I can do this. Ladies and gentlemen, you individually have an amazing set of singular skills that only you can do. And you, ladies and gentlemen, are the only person that has complete control over that skill set. When you're in a race, the key is to stay in your lane. If you start paying attention to what other people are doing or some comparison for yourself, that makes it hard to win the race if you're not looking forward toward the goal. So my question is this: what's the comparison about? How about a little self-compassion? Now, I want you to hear out what self-compassion is. Self-compassion, and I thought this was a great quote. This is what Dr. Hal Morrison says. It's important to understand what self-compassion is not. While the spirit of self-compassion is to some degree captured in expressions like give yourself a break and cut yourself some slack, it is decidedly not the same thing as taking yourself off the hook or lowering the bar. Make sense? So I'm going to suggest you relax a little bit. It was interesting. Some of you recently know my daughter had a cancer scare. It was freaking scary too. And this is a scared dad too. And praise God, benign, all good, all good. And all of a sudden I was having this conversation with her about, well, I'm 25 and all of a sudden this crazy list of expectations because mortality became a reality. All of a sudden the idea that I don't have that much time to pull off these things that I thought that I would do or that people this age should be able to do. You're not giving yourself that kind of talk, are you? Is anybody in here saying, by now I should have, why didn't I? And I think the conversation of more of self-compassion is to give myself a break. It's actually how we become friends. Occasionally you're going to do something galactically stupid. Right? I've done it a lot in my life. In fact, a lot of times people say, how do you get up here and you're going to make a presentation and you're willing to do something crazy? I just don't care. I've done something so stupid so often. It's kind of how I roll. In fact, I can look back at myself, and I guess this is what self-esteem is, and say, oh my gosh, that was seriously stupid. Who was that? Oh, it was me. And then occasionally you'll have that moment where you get to know somebody better, and you'll actually let loose that story. You're never going to believe what I did. And then you laugh together as that person says, oh my gosh, are you kidding? How often am I galactically stupid? Let's have coffee and talk about it. I want you to give yourself a break. I want you to cut yourself some slack. I want you to be okay with the journey. They found that people that are confident and people that have self-esteem, because they're okay with the ups and downs in the journey, usually get to the goal anyway. It's about being the underdog and being okay with it. The idea is, can you give yourself a break? And so, you know that I'm kind of taking a life message from this particular product because I believe it exemplifies what I'm talking about this morning. And that is, I think a lot of different things can separate you from the pack. Who you would be, what you decided you would choose, where you thought you'd be. All of that, my friends, you can still, if you're just okay with I'm here now and the journey was fun. Think about how you got here and a lot of success in the room. And some of you have that trophy on the shelf, and it's okay occasionally to take it down, dust it off, and say, I earned that thing. I worked hard. I've won the battle before, and I can do this again. And occasionally along the way, I'm going to look back and say, oh my gosh, that was so stupid. everybody over there. It's me here too. We're good, right? I want you to go there with yourself. Because I think as you look at the market, and the marketplace seems like it's tightening up a little bit. You feeling it? And you do that thing where you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you're like, is it me? Right? That trophy thing you forget. So I think you should remember the goal of the little meat that could. Ladies and gentlemen. Spam. If there's a meat that shouldn't have self-esteem, it's spam. Honestly, I mean, think about it. The most disrespected of meats. Without a doubt. Right? Because there's beef, it's what's for dinner. There's chicken, the white meat, then there's pork, the other white meat, then there's I don't know what's in there. It's kind of a mystery. It's squishy, you can feel the gristle, it's awesome, really. And this one here is good till 2018, so you got that going for it, right? And I was fine, I realized this, it's about respect, and then I realized Spam figured out who they are, and they're okay with the journey. In fact, they're a little cocky about it. It's almost like I realized this is a product that has self-esteem. Admit it or not, Spam is just good. It might be bad for you, but it's good. It's kind of in the donut range, maybe. The donut of meats. Maybe that's something we can do. So I bought this product. This is from Spam, and this is what encourages me, and it's some of those things I want you to consider on who you might be today when you start to have some self-talk for yourself. When you start to say, I don't know what I'm doing today. That's okay. Here's what Spam had to say. This is on the front of the package. This is a Spam Singles Classic. It's a single slice of Spam because you don't have time to be cutting your own Spam, right? Heck no. You got things to do. On the front of the package it says, it's so quick and easy, just rip and tear your way to Crazy Tasty Town. We're talking about Spam, people. Crazy Tasty. Did you get that? On the back there's a dotted line that says, this dotted line is like a freeway to a taste explosion in your mouth. Right? Yes! I was fine until I read the back of the package. Now this is what Spam says about itself. Right? We're talking about self-esteem. We're talking about self-confidence. We're talking about what you say about yourself. What do you say to yourself? This is what Spam says about itself. If Spam feels this way about itself, you, ladies and gentlemen, should be able to be motivated to feel more powerful because you're not a small piece of meat. I thought I'd clear that up. I thought, in my notes I said, should I say this? Does everybody know they're not a piece of meat? Here's what Spam says about themselves. I'm reading directly from the package. Isn't this the most easy and convenient Spam ever? Oh. Spam singles are already cooked. They might just blow your mind. For your own safety, stop thinking about how easy Spam singles will make your life. It's time to enjoy. Take another bite and throw your head back and think of wonderful thoughts of faraway places while you chew, like a magical Spam castle in the sky. This is what it says on the package. Check it, a magical Spam castle in the sky. That's what it's like being with you. Being with me is magical. The galactically stupid guy. I'm amazing. And so are you. That's why you're the best. Who can say different? You know better. You got trophies. And so I'm so excited. I went on their website. By the way, this is a free tip. www.spam.com. And wear your Depends, because, oh my gosh, so hilarious. You gotta go to this website. So I started picking up some products. It's great. I'm not a skier, but coming up this might be on the slopes, want to represent, let people know. Ladies and gentlemen, look at, I made this myself. You know what I'm saying? And I made it with Spam. And if I want to take it back off again at the gym, I can do that too, because I'm in charge of me. How do you feel about it? So go the whole way, make a commitment. I think if you're you, I think you should say who you really are. I think you should say, yes, I represent Spam. This is protein and ham. It's good, right? When you have those difficult situations, situations, right? Think about this. Every day, you get up, and it's not like you're going to go to the moon or something. You know what I'm saying? But then I rethought that and I said, no. You know what? Every morning, I'm good enough to go to the moon. I'm ready for it. Listen, it's about to be the maiden voyage, right? Of Jim. I'm ready to go to the moon. Good morning, everybody. We're checking everything. Look, he's up. He's going to make it. He's going to go to the moon today. It's going to be a wonderful journey. I think a lot of people are going to probably see some fantastic sights along the way. Occasionally, probably near lunch when he's really hungry, there's going to be a weightless feeling. It's going to be good. Wake up every morning like you're going to go to the moon. Why not? Right? I think it makes you a little bit tougher. I think it makes you better. I think you look at this and say, oh man, this is going to be easy, right? This is just like taking orders. That's what we're going to do. Because I'm that confident in myself. In fact, I'm going to get a little of my swagger back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not begging in the market anymore. I was like, how are you? Come on in. Thanks for coming to my tour. Right. Just put your name on the dotted line. No, it's not a sign-in sheet, it's a contract. Let's just skip to the end, right? Let's do this thing. I mean, it's confidence because of who you are. Listen, you're going to the moon. And when customers get tough, right? They go all Zeus on you, right? We don't like your listing, we don't. We won't buy your listing, we won't. And you'd be like, oh no. Well, wait a second, you will see. Out in front, we'll plant a tree. Oh, yes. You do not scare me. Yes. And what about the new buyers too? Because of pricing, they read Zillow, right? And all of a sudden, they're all cocky. Yeah, I checked Zillow. This is 2.6 is what my house says. How about when a customer asks you that question? And what's funny is you feel like you need to come up with an answer. You specifically, this is something beyond your control. When somebody says, hey, what do you think the market's going to do? How often they ask you this, Debbie? What do you think the market's going to do? Like Debbie has a finger on the pulse. She'd be rich. We'd be sitting in, this would be like her foyer. If she knew what the market was going to do. And when people ask her those questions, give it to them straight. I'm getting something. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Because you're with me, right? You're with me. It's about self-confidence. When the customer says, hey, listen, you know, where can I find that house for $500,000 in Pleasanton that isn't on fire? You're like, hey, I know where we're just going to go up Patterson Pass Road until we get to the weeds. Hang with me. There's a house up here somewhere. No, we don't have any. It's Pleasanton. Come on, wake up. The confidence level, it's about not saying you're sorry for the market. It's about not saying sorry for circumstances. Because I got up this morning and decided I was going to the moon. You're just on the rocket ship with me. You're lucky there's enough oxygen. That's what I'm saying. Right? Your boss comes in, you know, what are you doing in here? Your broker's always like, yeah, kiss my ring, I run the place. Stop making so many color copies. You're like, come on, man. I got houses to sell, things to do, people to talk to. I'm doing everything I can. What about that tough listing? That customer is just comparing you? I want you to help me right now. I want you to just hum God Bless America. Here we go. Keep humming. Mr. Customer, I think you believe in yourself like I believe in you and I believe in America. And I think that you deserve a new home. And that's why I think I deserve this listing right now. It's about freedom. You being loose from the chains of your current resident. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. I'm going to bring you along next time. This listing presentation. Hi, a few of my friends are going to hum. It's about self-confidence. It's how you feel about yourself. What about the next time when somebody actually says, how much? 3% for this listing? I trust you. Excellent. And they sign it. And you go, oh, I didn't even really believe in you. That customer that trusts you isn't a unicorn. That's you giving yourself a break. Because you're good at what you do. What about that customer that has demands on you? You will sell my listing for $300,000 over asking price the first weekend. So let it be written, so let it be done. You know what? In this market, it's time for a self-confident realtor professional. It's time for a loan officer who says, yeah, there's this new thing called TRID. It's from hell, but we're going to do it together. And we're going to figure it out. And that confidence, that I gave myself a break on the journey, and there's going to be mistakes, and there's going to be highs, and going to be lows, but I like the ride, is what allows you to do it. Unless you say something to you. Stop it. You're going to the moon today. What do you think? I want to try it. I'm just getting more and more. I just, when that underwriter calls you up, I was looking over the paperwork, and I noticed that the Smiths had one mortgage late in 2002. You're like, oh, no, you're kidding me, right? This is not. It's difficult. You're going to have situations that you can't control. But that's not you. Stay in your lane. Run the race. Enjoy the ride. Give yourself a break. You're not off the hook. The bar is still here. The goal still looks far. I'm just not going to stop running. Because I'm the kind of person that can go to the moon. Is that who you are? I love the industry because it's so fun, when you make an offer and you're like that fly on the wall, I hope they take ours, there's only 30 others. And then you get a deal. I claim this transaction for Lord and for Spain. It's fantastic. Right away, right? Paperwork problems. Oh, yeah. Always some curveball, bless me, Jim. Mr. and Mrs. Johnson meant to initial page 3 of the agreement. Just put that sucker up against the window and trace the initials from page 2. Oh, no, that's kidding. It's jokes. The Valley Realty Network does not condone any type of fraud, if you understand. We are an organization that represents clear dealing with each other. Who's going to tell them? You? It's just you and me and a woman. These are jokes, people. They're just jokes. And I don't condone any kind of tracing of initials or even whiteout. Because you're confident enough to write it the first time. Correct. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it's great because that confidence changes how people feel about you. It makes you attractive to people. Because people say, what is it about that guy? He looks like he's going to the moon today. And they'll just pop up out of the blue and you'll get some business because they'll just call you and say, hey, my house isn't underwater anymore. And then even at the last minute when you get loan problems, you have to become Slappicus, the Roman emperor of loans, right? I told you not to buy a car. Dang it, at the last minute. Yes, a bankruptcy matters, for God's sake. Why didn't you tell me you had 2 wives? I needed to know that. Then finally you hear that fat lady singing, funding! Something funding! And you did that! You made that happen. You were part of a dream, part of something that changed somebody's life. Because that's who you are. And that's why I think you're the best. That's why you're the best. You have the control of the choices you made for you. Don't let anybody, including you, tell you different. Thank you very much.